everyone, welcome back to Health Nut Nutrition. Today I have a really delicious and easy recipe. I am making my vegan mushroom fettuccine Alfredo. And I originally created this recipe way back when I was living in Australia, and I actually started off with making a raw version. This is like when I was like, maybe I could go raw. And yeah, that definitely didn't happen, but I did originally create a raw version of this, and then I decided to make it more of a cooked savory version, adding the mushrooms in, and now you can find brown rice pasta like of all kinds. So I used brown rice fettuccine in this video, so it's not only vegan, but it's gluten-free and it's delicious. Like it took me like 20 minutes to whip this up. So it was a really quick video to film, and I think you guys are really gonna like this. Without further ado, let's get right into the recipe. You will need some soaked cashews. I just soaked these overnight in the fridge. Lemon juice. A scallion chopped up, or you can use white onion as well. King oyster mushrooms. You can use any mushrooms, but these have been my absolute favorite lately. Minced garlic. A vegetable bouillon cube. You can use the powder stuff that I'm using today. Olive oil. Fresh basil, parsley, and thyme. You can of course use dried, but I really love using fresh herbs. And then you'll need some black pepper, paprika, and some sea salt. Last but not least, you'll need some brown rice fettuccine noodles. You want to first start by slicing up your mushrooms. Whatever mushrooms you're using, just make sure you wash them really well and then slice them in whatever way that you like. You don't have to be too picky on how you slice them because it's all going to get cooked up in the pot. I'm going to just transfer these into a big bowl and set these aside. Before we get our sauce started, you can go ahead and throw in your pasta into some boiling water so it can cook and save time. So this can be a really quick and easy recipe for you to make. So you're just gonna throw that in some boiling water and let it cook depending on the directions on the package. While that's cooking, you can go ahead and start making your cashew cream. Just in a blender, you're gonna add in your soaked cashews, lemon juice, and water. Blend that all up, and that's gonna make your vegan cream. And of course, the full recipe is gonna be available on healthnutnutrition.ca. You can get the recipe there, you can bookmark it, print it, whatever you like. So once your pasta is done cooking, you can go ahead and reserve about 1 cup of the pasta water before draining out. And this is what a lot of Italians do to make their sauces super thick and just rich and delicious. So I'm gonna do that as well. I'm gonna take one from the Italians and save my pasta water for the sauce. So give your noodles a really good rinse with cold water. This is gonna stop them from cooking and stop them from sticking together. In a large saucepan on low to medium heat, you're gonna saute your scallions with your olive oil just for a couple minutes until your onions get a little bit translucent. Next, you're gonna throw in your sliced up mushrooms, and they're just gonna soak up the flavors from the onion and the olive oil. And you just wanna make sure to keep stirring so nothing burns, such as the onions. And at this point, I'm gonna throw in the garlic. I like to throw in the garlic a little bit later because if you throw it in right away with the scallions, they're gonna burn, and burnt garlic there's just no coming back from it. So don't burn your garlic. At this point, you can go ahead, throw in that pasta water. Once the mushrooms have just like softened a little bit, and they're gonna cook a little bit longer in the pasta water. And then this is just gonna kind of lift anything off of the bottom of the pan and really get all of those flavors into the sauce. At this point, you can go ahead and throw in all of your seasonings. And then just let it simmer on low to medium heat for a few minutes until everything just cooks up really well. And then at this point, you can go ahead and add in that cashew cream sauce, and everything's gonna come together and start to actually look like Alfredo sauce. So give that a good stir and just let it cook for like another, couple minutes, not very long. And then you're all ready to throw in your fresh herbs. I like to add this more towards the end because they don't need really too much time to cook. And I like that freshness when they're not overcooked. And then at this point, your sauce should be nice and thickened up. You can add in your fettuccine noodles. You can just use some tongs and make sure to toss the pasta really well in the Alfredo sauce to make sure everything is evenly coated. You don't want any dry pasta. And then you can either do this on low heat or completely turn off the heat because the sauce will warm up the pasta. I like to sprinkle a little bit of fresh parsley on top and then garnish it with some black pepper at the end as well. And then you're basically done. It's that easy, super easy to cook since we're not using any meat products in this recipe. And it's just been my go-to pasta recipe during the winter time. I'm gonna plate it, and I'm obviously gonna give myself a nice big serving of pasta. This recipe will make anywhere from 2 to 4 servings, depending on how hungry you are, or if you have some sides to go with it. And then on everyone's individual plate, you can throw in some more extra parsley and freshly ground black pepper, just to make it a little bit more extra fancy for your guests. And that's basically how you make my mushroom fettuccine Alfredo recipe. So that is how you make my vegan mushroom fettuccine Alfredo dish. It's so fun when I can make traditional flavors and dishes and turn them into something super healthy. I mean, this is definitely like maybe more of a higher carb and fat recipe, but like I don't count calories or carbs or fat, so it's great for me. It keeps me really full and happy, and especially during the winter time, these are foods that I crave. So depending on your diet, you might want to like alter it a little bit, maybe use less cashew cream or whatnot, but this is definitely just something that I've been craving lately, and I feel like you could make this for anyone and they would not know that it's made with brown rice pasta and cashew cream instead of like milky dairy cream. So you can really impress your friends and family without putting too much effort into your food. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you liked it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more recipes like this one. You can do so by clicking on the red button right here. It's absolutely free. That's it for today, guys. I hope you guys recreate it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!